everybody, and welcome back to the Frenchie Farts podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Hannah Davis.
And I'm your other host, Hayden Nooner.
And today we are joined by special guest Hannah Hobson.
Hello.
Welcome to the podcast.
Today, because we are always late on topics, we are going to pick our top 5 Thanksgiving guests. We have 3 different tables we are making. We have an alive celebrity table, a dead celebrity table, and a fictional character table that we are inviting people to. We're going to talk about it, argue about it, whatever. Anything to say? What's y'all's favorite part about Thanksgiving? How was your Thanksgiving? How'd it go?
My Thanksgiving is always chill. We don't do much.
That one was stressful, man. It was stressful. Food was good, though.
Did you have to cook anything?
Oh, yeah. Yes. I am a woman. The men do not help. So me, Nicole, and my mom.
That's really funny because my entire life, the majority of our Thanksgiving is cooked by men.
That's so funny. No. It's...
Like all the baking done by men. Not one woman makes a dessert.
I was allowed to bring salad this year.
Oh, well, good. Congratulations.
I made a sweet potato casserole.
To be fair, my brother had to work and my dad is in pain most of the time. His old leg. So, what? And they probably wouldn't make anything very good to eat anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But that part was fun, eating the food. It was traveling. It was cold.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine. I didn't travel, so.
Traveled an hour, so.
And I drove. However long it takes to get to Minnesota. It was longer on the way up because we had to bring a trailer full of furniture and stuff. And it just... It took longer.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. A little basil treat for our dinner parties.
Rhett says that she blows us kisses.
No. No, I hate that. That's so funny.
I just have an Annie foot warmer on my side of the table.
I'm jealous. My toes are actually kind of cold. Okay. Which table do I want to start with? Which one do you think will have the least amount of discourse / arguing? Because I think we should start with that one.
I think we should start with the dead.
The dead?
Yes.
Okay.
I think fictional is going to be the most chaotic.
Okay, so do you want to go around and do like one person names one person, or do you want to name your whole table?
And good either way.
About it? I think we should name our whole table and then talk about it.
Because you get the vibe.
Yeah.
Set the scene for us a little.
All right, so as our guest, please go first, Hannah Hobson.
Dead celebrities. Oh, and we chose 5 people for each table.
And of course, as always, we'll probably have an honorable mention of someone who just didn't quite make the cut. Maybe next year, guys.
Maybe I'll get a bigger table next year.
Yeah.
Now, I'll start by saying I did have to look up dead celebrities. I Googled that sentence. I was like, who's dead now? I don't know.
Celebrities.
Who is dead now?
When somebody tells me to think of something, the thoughts have left. They're not coming back.
Oh, for sure.
Track them down, and it's going to be hard pressed to find anything actually worthwhile. So it was hard for me to actually pick, and I don't even know if there's like legitimate reasons for each of these people. The way I think yours, Hayden, will probably be very methodically thought out.
Oh, it definitely is.
Yes,
exactly. It definitely had a flow chart.
Yeah. I know your vibe. So my table, I've got Mac Miller, Amy Winehouse, Harriet Tubman, Frida Kahlo, and Oscar Wilde.
Doing a lot of drugs at your Thanksgiving.
It's gonna be a
I want to be there for the conversations.
Yeah.
Between Harriet Tubman and Oscar Wilde.
Badass.
Harriet Tubman and Amy Winehouse would be best friends, and you can't convince me otherwise.
Oh, Oscar Wilde would love her.
I felt like I needed 2 slightly more modern people so that like they could talk and have conversation, but she's gonna vibe with. I think Amy Winehouse is the glue holding the table together. To be honest,
she could talk to anybody.
Mm-hmm.
She's just a really personable cutie pie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I felt like for all of them. Is that they would have something super interesting to add. Oscar Wilde, he's gonna be hilarious, and like there's room for deep conversation as well with all of these people, and they all just seem like fun people that have good things.
I feel like Frida Kahlo is going to be watching it.
Yeah, she's gonna be more of like a
wallflower,
and then occasionally say something.
I'm fine with that. I just want to meet her.
Yeah.
So that's my dead table.
I don't dislike anybody.
Hey, go to that Thanksgiving.
You want some? Yeah, tell us your honorable mention. No, you want to do everybody's table, and then we'll do the honorable mentions at the end.
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay. All right.
We're very organized here at the Frenchie Farts podcast.
For sure.
Organization is what we're known for.
Ooh. Not a person talking right now. Not me. Okay, you want to go next? You want me to?
I'll go next.
Okay.
All right. So we'll start with. I did choose where they would sit
Okay.
because I'm.
Table placements. I can't stand you.
It's important.
There's a reason.
It's important. Okay.
No, it
So
makes sense.
of course I would be at the head of the table.
Right, it's your party.
And next to me would be to my left would be B. Arthur,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Queen.
that tracks for you.
Yes.
Yes. Across from her would be Walter Matthau, also an actor. If you don't know him, he's hilarious. He was in
Mhm.
Grumpy Old Men and Dennis the Menace. Yes. So he would be across from B. Arthur. To his right would be Maggie Smith.
Okay.
Yeah.
I forgot she died. Now I'm sad.
Oh, yeah.
And then to B.
Yeah.
Arthur's left would be Christopher Lee.
Also forgot he died. Did everybody die in like the last couple
No,
years?
he's
on
been
here?
dead for a while.
Has he real?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I'm thinking about somebody else.
And then at the other end of the table would be Bert Lahr, who played the Cowardly Lion in The Wizard of Oz.
Wow.
A very old person table.
It is a very old person table. But I would love to talk to all of these people individually. They all are.
They would be able to have.
They're all charismatic type people.
They're all around the same age.
I'm curious if they would actually know each other in real life.
Some of them would.
Well,
like, guaranteed.
Walter Matthau probably definitely knows B. Arthur.
Yeah.
B. Arthur would at least know who Maggie Smith is.
Yes.
Maggie Smith and Christopher Lee would know each other.
They definitely would know each other.
Bert Lahr might be, because you're talking about a vaudeville actor.
And
that
he's
might
a bit
be
older,
little,
yeah.
Yeah, that might be a little out of left field.
We've got two powerhouses at the end of the table to like.
Yeah. Me and the Cowardly Lion, who share so much.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my table.
It's a very interesting table.
It is an interesting table. I tried to.
And it does make so much sense for you. It really does.
It does.
It's like all of the facets of your personality sitting at a table together.
The creepy factor.
Who's the creepy one? Hold on.
Christopher Lee.
Oh.
I mean with
Right.
the utmost respect and admiration.
I think Christopher Lee is a very attractive man.
All the Christophers.
The vibe.
Before.
Every famous Christopher is attractive, and you can't change my mind.
I want you to listen to Hannah Davis's reaction when I say this name. Christopher Plummer.
Christopher Plummer is so attractive. It was a hard thing to do, like especially with the modern celebrities, picking people who are actually interesting in conversation and not just pretty.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because like with the modern, like you think of like the celebrities you like, it's just normally like who's your celebrity crush, and you don't like think about like who do you want to be your celebrity bestie.
Well, there was
like,
there are also other dead celebrities. Like, oh, I'd love to meet you, but I don't want to sit and like have a 2-hour dinner with you.
Right.
And I'd rather just talk to B. Arthur the whole time than have to be okay. Sorry, B. Arthur, I have to talk to somebody else now. Which I would never say.
I would never do that.
If you've never listened to B. Arthur's one-woman show, look it up, listen to it. It's hilarious.
Okay, if it's time for my table, I went a very different direction. We are not having fun at my table. We are having a nice, dark, broody time at my table.
I'd expect nothing.
So I am starting off my table with Mary Shelley.
Okay. known for being, a romantic poet. Like they were entertainers in their time.
Moving on to Joan of Arc. If you want to ask me about it, I'll answer. Just let me get through the table here. Okay. Third on the list is Mr. William Shakespeare. Fourth on the list is Alfred Hitchcock. And fifth on the list is Edgar Allan Poe.
This again makes a lot of sense for you.
I feel like your wild card here is Joan of Arc.
Yes, and she's much older than everyone else. I just want to talk to her. I'm
fair.
so interested in what she has to say. Like, did you really believe that angels were talking to you, or did you just really want to fight in the war? I think she genuinely thought angels were talking to her. I think Mary Shelley and her would just be kind of kikiing the whole time, which I'm okay with.
I think Shakespeare would be very interested to talk to her as well.
I think Shakespeare would be interested in Joan of Arc. I think Shakespeare and Edgar Allan Poe would be besties. And Alfred Hitchcock as well would be in that group. I think they would all vibe very well together. So, but yeah, we're not having fun at my table, but it's going to be interesting.
I feel like at some point,
dimly lit, candlelit Victorian castle where
Absolutely.
it's storming out.
I feel like at some point the food gets pushed away and then the quills and paper come out.
Yes. We have like some sort of contest, like write a short passage about the rain.
Oh,
Loki, isn't that how Mary Shelley wrote Frankenstein at a dinner thing with her? And
I'm sure. I think it has to do with her sister or something. I don't know. She's so weird and cool.
yeah, maybe it was just like a myth I heard that it was like her, Lord Byron,
Mhm.
and her husband
Mhm.
were like trapped during some storm, and they all wrote short stories.
I
to
have
scare
heard
each
that.
other.
I have heard that. They're trying to write scary stories.
I
Yeah,
don't know how true that is, but I like to think about it.
I've heard that legend as well.
Hmm.
So that's my table.
all right.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Very different tables we have.
Very different
Yes.
tables. I feel like yours doesn't feel like Thanksgiving.
No, it's Halloween.
Yeah.
Who has do I have the oldest person invited?
Yes.
Put Joan apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Okay. We have another Frenchie fart. Frenchie fart number 2.
Now, honorable mentions. Hannah, you can go first since you're
Okay.
started.
I have more than one because I'm not good at whittling
I
down.
have 3.
Okay. Then I'll add 4 too.
Okay. I have Lucille Ball.
She's on mine too.
She could join my party easily.
Oh, she would have fun on your
Oh, she
table
would.
too. Yeah.
She would be a lot of fun.
She was originally at my table, but then I thought she wouldn't have a good time, and so I didn't invite
I was
her.
like, there's other people on here, I think. Yeah. Then I had Leslie Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
He was also on my short list.
Yes, he's so funny. I miss him. Audrey Hepburn and Vincent Van Gogh. I think that would be fun.
All right.
Go ahead with yours. Yeah.
Okay, so Alan Rickman.
Fair.
Then William Shakespeare as well.
No.
Yep. And then Vincent Price.
You can't invite Vincent Price and Christopher Lee because then you got like
Which is
taste.
why Vincent Price left.
Right.
Yeah.
It's too much
I get it.
for one dinner.
It's too much. It would become the Christopher and Vincent party. Like no one exists in that party except the two of them.
We just want to listen to them talk.
Yeah, like shush, 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 shush.
All right.
Be Arthur, hush.
My honorable mentions are Amelia Earhart, Lucille Ball. I didn't think Lucille Ball would have a good time, and Picasso, who would have a great time at my party.
Yeah.
Picasso would also have a good time at your party.
I don't like Picasso.
You don't like Picasso? No, for sure.
I don't want him at my dinner table.
Well, a lot of mine are also
Shitty
not
people.
great people.
Yeah.
I can't remember who it was now. I had someone who was like young at my table. I was like, you would not do well here.
But it'd be like the grandkid that has to go to grandma's house and she has all her friends over.
No.
You would not have fun.
Okay, are we doing alive people or we'll do fictional characters
Let's do
last?
fictional last.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to rotate who starts? You want me to start this
Yeah,
time?
go ahead.
All right, I will start my living celebrity table. Again, seats matter for mine. To my left is Kathy Bates.
Okay.
To my right is Chris Evans.
Okay.
Yes. Next to Chris Evans would be Amelia Clark.
Oh, I didn't realize you liked Amelia Clark that much.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
And she fits the vibe.
Okay.
And the next to Kathy Bates would be Megan Mullally.
Oh, yes.
And then at the other end would be Jinx Monsoon.
Okay.
I knew she was going to be at your table. I knew it. I thought about putting Jinx on mine. I was like, hey, he's got that cup. Fine, it's fine.
She'll be there. If you don't know who Megan Mullally is, I got a head shake from our producer. That she plays Karen in Will and Grace. She's married to Nick Offerman.
She plays Tammy too. And
She plays Tammy too in Parks and Rec.
she's super funny.
She's super funny. She's in one of my favorite musicals of all time. Love her. She's funny.
Okay.
Yeah, it was good.
I think that your wild card is Kathy Bates.
Kathy Bates is the love of my life.
No, I understand
Okay.
why you invited her, but I still think she's your wild card.
Kathy Bates, if you're listening, first of all, I would pass out. Second of all, if you want to get remarried, I'm there. Always.
Time and place, name it.
Love Kathy Bates. Every role star.
It's true. That she didn't do. There's not any that she didn't do well on.
Nope.
She's super versatile.
Versatile.
Yeah.
I feel like versatile should be said a different way.
Versatile?
Versatile?
I don't know. Yeah, but I don't ever say it that way. I always say
Versatile.
I always say versatile, but like it doesn't.
Versatile.
I don't know. Sometimes when you like listen to a word too many times, it didn't sound real.
Yes. And sometimes it's like short and normal words for me, like
Yes.
food. say it too much. I'm like, this is a stupid word.
Any word, if you repeat it too much, you're like,
Food.
no, this
That's
is.
how I felt with the word plaster. I had an art class one time, and the teacher just kept saying plaster, and now when I hear that word, I'm like, that's not real.
You made that up.
You made that up.
You just made that up right now.
Plaster.
Yeah.
Okay,
Alright.
my alive table is much more fun than my dead table.
Okay.
Don't think that I'm just moody over here. Okay. My live table has Bob the Drag Queen,
Yes.
Brittany Broski,
Yes.
Michelle Visage,
Yeah.
Jenna Marbles, and Jack Black.
Oh wow, this is a fun table.
That's a fun table.
See, I can have fun too.
Just an episode of Pit
Brittany
Stop.
on mine. Yeah, that one's gonna be super fun. Y'all would have a ball.
Yeah, and everybody would vibe with each other. It would be crazy,
Yeah.
like goofiness over there, but it would be super fun.
Yeah, I feel like Jack Black's your only kind of oddball, but he would vibe.
The
It's
only
just
one that's
funny.
not like known for being funny is Michelle Visage,
Yeah.
but like she is funny, so it would be fine.
And Jack Black would get along well with Brittany Broski.
Oh yeah, no, he would vibe quite well.
I worry about Chris Evans at my table being the oddball.
Oh, he is weird.
That's
I forgot
That's
you
why I
invited
put
him.
him by me.
I forgot you invited him.
Yeah,
He's very funny. Like in his interviews and stuff,
He
he's
is.
very funny.
I just forgot you invited him.
goofy guy.
Bob the Drag Queen is a winner of Drag Race. Brittany Broski is a YouTuber. Michelle Visage is a personality on Drag Race and an original girl band from the 90s and is also an internet personality. Jenna Marbles is a YouTuber. I don't have to tell you who Jack Black is.
If you don't know who that is, get out more.
Then you don't know who any of the people that we've said are.
What girl group was Michelle Visage?
Oh, she wasn't. There was a one-hit wonder group, and it was like you got it. It was it had one song, and then they kind of disbanded like pretty soon after that, and she became besties with RuPaul, and then was on his show, and then
From there on up, that's yeah. I knew there was like a clip of her describing what voguing was, but that was the only thing I knew about her outside of Drag Race.
She was in a group called Seduction.
Mhm.
Seduction. Okay. What was their one hit?
Two to Make It Right.
Mhm.
It takes two.
Everything all right?
I have no clue. I just know that she was in it because they talk about it all the time. It's a joke on Drag Race.
Yes.
Okay, my live table. All right. I've got Mr. Danny DeVito.
Okay.
I have John Marco Ceresi. I think he's so funny. I love their podcast, The Downside. I could just listen to those two guys talk just because their voices are entertaining. And then I've got Chapel Roan
Mm-hmm.
and Joseph Talbot, which is the lead singer of my favorite band, Idols. They're all just kind of... I don't think any of these people know each other in real life. But I think they could mesh. Honestly, Chapel might be the only person. I considered cutting her because I didn't think she would mesh well with the rest of them. And then I also have Elope Manon, who is like a activist, comedian, personality, style icon, who I really like to listen to talk to as well. They have interesting things to say.
You had some good conversations.
Oh, for sure. I feel like the jokes are in the first two, DeVito and John Marco, and then everybody else is there for vibes.
For vibes.
Which honestly, low-key, they're all kind of funny. If you watch their interviews,
Yeah.
they're full of jokes. So yeah, that's my live table.
Okay.
I don't think in any of my tables I have a non-funny person. My least funny person is Maggie Smith.
Fair enough. But even she.
Yeah, she's funny.
Even in your fictional tables, you have funny people?
You'll see.
Funny people are never my favorite characters.
Oh man, I love the goofy guys.
I like a goofy side character, but they're never my favorite.
Yeah. You always like the broody ones?
Are we ready to move on to fictional tables?
Or do we have any honorable mentions for these?
Oh, yeah.
as well?
Oh, yeah.
My honorable mentions are Catherine Hahn.
Ooh, good choice.
Yeah. And then Paula Pale, who you might not know. She was a writer on SNL, but she's also been in a couple of things like Wine Country and other things. She's very funny, very quippy. She'd be a good, I think she and Kathy Bates would be good to feed off each other.
Okay.
Nice.
I have one honorable mention, and it's Dick Van Dyke.
He's not dead yet.
No.
Oh gosh, okay.
Yeah, no. He
Sorry.
performed on The Masked Singer like a year ago.
I don't keep
Yeah.
up
He's
with
like
the
And I was like-
96, 95.
Doesn't he have like a quote where he's like, I'm
If I
ready to
stop-
go?
No.
No.
His quote is like, if I stop dancing, something's wrong with me.
Yeah, he's still
Okay.
He's still working.
Okay.
I love him.
He's got a smile that don't quit.
He does. Yes.
He's 98 years old.
Wow. Wow. And he's still up moving and grooving?
Yeah.
With his like
That's crazy.
several decades younger wife.
Oh.
But I mean,
It's Dick Van Dyke. I mean, come on.
I understand how he
It's
pulled
not
her.
like he's the only one, so yeah. He's got
Well, he's
personality.
funny.
You would
know.
marry him now.
Yeah, 98 years old and rich. What do you mean? 98 years old, rich and funny. I don't.
Hey, no judgment here. I'm sure she's happy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do love each other. They've been together for a long time.
Mhm.
So
Really weird caveat. I love the relationship that is Kevin Bacon and Kira Sedgwick. Don't know if you
Yes.
watch their TikTok. Their marriage looks so great.
oh yes.
I hope it is
Like they
really as
reenact
happy as they
like
make it be.
famous photos.
Yeah, and
Like-
don't they reenact scenes from other movies and
Yes.
stuff too? Yeah,
Like-
they're cute.
Kevin Bacon gives me this weird feeling of like the uncanny valley. I feel like he doesn't look fully human. Like I feel like something's off with Kevin Bacon.
It's his smile that I find unnerving, as well as Christian Slater's eyebrows.
I don't think Christian Slater is a human. I think Christian Slater is a robot. His intonation and the way he talks does not seem like a real person either.
Yeah.
Later.
Christian Slater's JD and Heather's.
Yeah. It's the
And
only
like
thing I know
several
of
other
him.
things. His voice is so The Interview with the Vampire,
Okay,
he's
yeah.
the interviewer. Like his voice is so like fake. Like it sounds like an AI.
Mhm.
And the way he says like inflex and stuff, I've always thought it was
It sounds
smart.
like each word is its individual thing instead of the
Yes,
whole sentence
yes,
flowing.
yes.
Yeah, he is weird, man.
There's some celebrities that you're like, I'm not sure you're a person.
Yeah.
Like genuinely.
Oh man. Did you say your honorable mentions for your live table?
No,
Yes,
he's not.
I did.
Yes, you did?
Paula Pell and
Oh, you
Catherine
did, you
Hahn.
did,
Oh yeah.
You did.
Oh, also Stockard Channing.
Oh yeah, you
She
love
was
Stockard.
on my table. She was the first person to get at my table, but she
Oh,
eventually got kicked out. I'm sorry, Stockard Channing.
that's
You know how
unfortunate.
important you are to me.
I still love you.
Still love you.
You saying Paula Pell made me think of Gilda Radner. She would have been good at my dead person table.
I
She's great.
thought about her for a second.
She's so funny.
First person ever cast on SNL.
Really?
She was cast during her audition.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, can you imagine being that talented?
Yeah.
Insane.
He was like, all right, you're in.
Here's your contract. We wrote it up on this napkin because we didn't want you to get any other jobs when you walked out of this room.
Yeah.
You're in. Don't worry. She, naturally talented. I knew her from an episode of The Muppet Show. She just killed it. Anyway,
Okay.
my live table honorable mentions.
Mhm.
What were you gonna say?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
I also had Brittany Broski.
See?
I should have, I feel like
She
could've
she
adjusted
can have
this
an
table.
intelligent conversation with anybody.
Yeah,
And you can
she's
see
such
that
a
with
good
her
interviewer.
round table stuff.
Mhm.
And she's so freaking funny, just off
Yeah.
the cuff.
Have you ever
Funny.
listened to the podcast with her, Caleb, can't think of his last name, and another girl whose name I can't think of?
Probably not. I just listened to her stuff. I
Dude, I
haven't
have got
had a
to
chance
find-
to get into anybody else's stuff that she liked.
Oh my gosh, no, it's there. You would like the three of them. Why can't I think of that other girl's name? They're so funny together. It's like listening to a group of friends just cackle together. And then I also have Michael Mazzini. Oh, I know him as Mike's Mike. He's a YouTuber. I love him. Australian man.
I feel out of place. I didn't have any YouTubers on my living table.
Get more online, sir.
Well, your living tables, both of your tables have been like
Old people.
old people.
Amelia Clark, Jinx Monsoon, and Chris Evans.
Just get into it. Why do you like Amelia Clark so much?
Oh yeah, yeah.
And why do you think she'd buy with these people?
Well, for one, in interview, she's really funny.
Yes.
Like, she's kind of a goofball. And Chris Evans also goofball.
Yes.
I feel like they would get along well. I really like. It's not even like Game of Thrones. I like her in a couple of like weird movies. The Me Before You. I don't know if you've watched.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that yet.
If you're not into sad, don't watch it. But she's brilliant in it. And then also Last Christmas, which I'm sorry if it's your big fan. You like that movie?
It wasn't. Dude, I watch Hallmark movies,
Okay.
so it stands out.
I don't like that movie. I think it's weird. But really good performances in that movie by her and Michelle Yeoh. Who also should have been at my table, but
There's
yeah.
an Emilia Clarke movie and Emilia Clarke Michelle Yeoh movie that's not good.
Its story's just weird.
It's not the most straightforward thing, but I liked it.
It has really good performances in it. It's not bad, but when you first watching it, you're like, okay.
It reignites
It's based off of the song Last Christmas.
Yes.
Yeah.
It makes me love that song.
Yeah.
I love listening to that song.
And Henry Golding
underrated.
from Crazy Rich Asians is in it. And
Beautiful.
He is beautiful.
Emma Thompson is also in it.
I like Emma Thompson.
Yeah. No, to me, it has the vibe of a Hallmark movie if they tried.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they tried. Like, because the jokes are actually funny. Like, it's not the worst, most predictable.
And it is an emotional. Like, it does have like that. I like a Christmas movie that has a little bit of emotion.
Oh, yeah.
That kind of makes it ends happily, but you're
Yeah.
for a minute there, you're like,
But sometimes they put too much emotion in the Christmas movies, and I forget that they're Christmas movies, and I'm just sobbing the whole time. And at the end, there's like a message, and you're like, oh yeah, this was about Christmas.
What movie are you thinking?
It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that movie is
devastating.
It is not. We do not like it in my
makes me
household.
think of like Death of a Salesman kind of.
Yeah, because
Same
same
time.
time period.
Yeah.
It's a Wonderful Life. You're like at the end, you're like wiping away tears and like getting your fever down from crying so much, and you're like, yeah, I guess that was about Christmas.
The Friends
They
quote.
throw an angel in there to keep reminding you that it's a Christmas movie.
I love the Phoebe Buffay quote. It's like, it should be called "It's a sucky life," because when you think it can't suck anymore, it does.
Yes.
All right, Hannah, you want to start us off on fictional since you are a fictional expert?
Sure. Okay. My fictional character one was my hardest. So I was talking to Rhett, and in talking to Rhett, in talking before we started recording, there are only like 8 fictional characters, and every fictional character is a modification on that, and everyone has their favorite.
Yeah.
So, like for example, the example that I use all the time is Rhett Butler and Reese Sand from the ACOTAR book series are the same, except one of them has wings, and that's the only difference. So it's stuff like that, and it's hard to do when you pick all your favorite characters because everyone has a favorite trope. Yeah. So Rhett and I worked really hard to not have me just pick know-it-all broody people because those are my favorite ones. Mm-hmm. So that being said, I have reasoning. This is the one I thought the hardest about because I'm big into fiction.
I'm still here.
Okay. My first person at my fictional person table is Mary Poppins.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Then Remus Lupin. Mm-hmm. Count Dracula.
Okay.
Rhett Butler. And the Greek god Dionysus.
Interesting.
I considered Greek gods for my table as well. Yes.
I did not. My head was empty on that one. But I've always liked the Dionysus from the Percy Jackson books. I love how they characterized him.
And I have reasons for all of this.
Please tell.
Well, Mary Poppins, Lupin, Dracula, and Dionysus are all magical beings, and they all come from different schools of magic. So my plan is to talk to all of them and see which one I can join. Okay. Rhett Butler just gets along with everyone, and I think him and Dracula would really vibe. And I also just really want to meet him.
Yeah.
I was going to invite Hermione Granger instead of Remus Lupin. Remus Lupin's my favorite character from Harry Potter. And then I realized, no, I think she would talk too much. So I decided Remus Lupin was the way to go.
Yeah.
I think everyone here would vibe with each other.
Yes.
And I think it'd be interesting. The most interesting, I wanted somebody that's been alive for a long time. So that's why I picked Dracula too.
Gotcha. I don't think I know enough about what kind of personality Dracula has. I've always just thought
he's very accommodating. Like he's not. He is the villain in the book, but he's like also like accommodating, interesting, welcoming. He's just a very possessive character, and so he wants what he wants. But he's also based off of Vlad the Impaler.
Oh, gotcha.
So,
okay.
But he's interesting, and he has enough like he's a count, so he has enough like training to like be cordial and polite to
Yeah.
everyone. When I tell you him and Rhett Butler would really vibe, him and Rhett Butler would really vibe.
I could see that,
All right.
knowing that like societal etiquette and how to have a proper conversation. Yeah.
Sort of a hey there dinner
And
party.
Rhett was like, "You need to invite a vampire to your party because you love vampires so much." And he kept trying to get me to invite Lestat, and I'm like, "No, that's too much chaos for my table."
Yeah, it's too much.
And then he was like, "Okay, well, what about someone from the Twilight universe?" I'm like, "No, I want a real vampire." And so that's why we landed on Dracula.
I considered Aro for a minute.
Oh, that's too much chaos.
I feel like he'd be fun at a party. If
For sure.
if none of the other Volturi were there, I think he'd be fun.
So would Lestat.
Yeah.
But I'm not trying to make sure that none of my family die in the house. Like, I need someone that can control
He'd make it
themselves.
about
Yeah.
them.
You don't want to have to worry about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where's my uncle?
Where did they've been gone for a really long time.
Yeah.
All right. Other Hannah?
All right. So starting off strong, we got Jake the dog.
Good.
All
I
right.
didn't even think about that one too hard. I thought fictional character, and I was like, he's the best one. He's
The best one.
he could be. And then I've got Beast Boy. I feel like the two of them could get into some antics.
Okay.
Yep.
They would be good friends.
Yes. Yeah, I think they would get along. Video games,
Yeah.
Then I got Sandy Cheeks.
Okay.
And then another Adventure Time. I got Marceline.
Okay. Love Marceline.
And then I have Onion from Steve Universe. He is just there to cause some problems.
That's so weird.
The entire energy of your
Yeah.
table. Your table's exactly what I expected.
Good.
In the best way.
Yeah.
Your table is going to be funny.
Mhm.
I don't think Marceline's going to get to say very much.
Oh, I feel like that's why I thought her and Jake together would be
Because
good.
they know each other already.
Yes, so she'd be more comfortable to do the silly stuff that she likes to do.
Okay.
Which she loves to pull pranks on people.
Yeah.
Which is gonna go well with all of them.
Is any eating happening at your table?
Beast
It
Boy
doesn't
is
have
eating
to.
everything.
Yeah.
Jake eats a lot
Everyone.
too.
Yeah.
They're clearing the sides of the table. I'll put some red things out. And then I don't even remember what Sandy eats. Do they ever talk about that?
How does she eat? She can't breathe underwater.
Until she goes to her house?
Yeah.
And
Maybe she
had-
just eats there.
Well, she's a
nuts.
tree. She's a tree in her backyard, so
Okay,
I bet
she
she
eats
eats
nuts.
acorns. Yeah.
And we know
Maybe
she's
we'll
like
have a
lemonade and
picnic.
tea.
This doesn't have to be into a house. We can be outside.
It's true.
Thanksgiving picnic. I'm here
Yes,
for it.
under a tree.
Under a tree.
Yes.
We are not having a picnic in mine.
No, you are not.
No, y'all are having a very proper formal dinner.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
All right, so mine is full on. I went for who's going to enjoy a party
Mm-hmm.
the most, who's just going to be a good guest and enjoy the festivities. I also went with people who would help make the party extra, because why would I throw a
Yeah,
party that's not
absolutely.
extra? So the first guest who would sit at the other end for
Right.
me
The foot
would be the foot of the table, Horace Slughorn from Harry Potter.
Yes.
Loves the party,
Loves a party. Bougie.
bougie,
Mhm.
knows how to talk to people,
Likes to talk a lot.
likes to talk a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
He
Yeah.
likes to indulge.
Yeah.
Likes to indulge. He likes pineapple. I like pineapple. It's gonna be great. Sitting next to him, because she also likes a little bit of the snack, would be Mary Sanderson from Hocus Pocus.
Mary Sanderson, I love you
Yes.
so much.
Yes,
I love
It's-
Mary Sanderson.
it's the clear choice of which sister to bring.
She's definitely the most fun, like the one I would want to hang out with, because
I feel
Sarah
like
would
she'd
get on
be
my
a much nicer
last
person
nerve.
if she didn't have.
Yeah, the other. If it was the other two, she wouldn't even eat children. I
Mhm.
fully believe that.
Yeah. She'd
Yeah.
be a good witch.
Yeah, Mary Sanderson, hands down. Also next to Horace Slughorn, just because I feel like the chaotic energy that would emote from their
Mhm.
closeness
Conversations, yeah.
will be Miss Darbus from High School Musical.
Okay,
It's the correct energy for the table I'm wanting.
I'm here for it. Horace Slughorn and Miss Darvis are leaving together. I hope you know that.
Oh, I'm aware.
You're
Okay.
going 3 for 3 for old people table.
My
Next
my
person.
last table was not old,
Yes,
okay?
they were. You had 2 young people.
To be fair, Miss Darvis is old, but the reference to her character is young. Same
That's
thing
true.
with Mary Sanderson
Fair enough. I don't know. That one's getting kind of old, guys.
and Horace Slughorn.
Right. And then my next person, this person would be next to Miss Darbus and myself, would be Magnus Bane
Okay,
from Shadowhunters, Mortal
Oh,
Instruments.
Warlock.
Yes, Warlock. fantastic,
Yeah,
over the top, dramatic
party.
party.
Likes to party.
Funny. And then my last bit, and my glue is Magnus, because I was playing around with bringing an Akatar person in.
Mhm.
I said they're not going to want to talk to anybody.
Right, they're gonna,
So
especially
Magnus
if they're
Bane
Fae.
is the glue.
Right.
And so I'm bringing Azrael.
Okay,
party.
he's not gonna say anything, but
I
he'll
know.
be there.
But we'll be there.
Yeah.
And I think he would have a good time. He's
Mhm.
just not going to be a loud guest. But with Horace Slughorn, I don't need a lot of talking.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. And Miss Darbus will talk a lot too.
Yes.
The two of them together could get into a big conversation.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
I said I hope he knows that Miss Darbus and Horace Slughorn are leaving together.
Yes, you're just gonna be watching their
You're
story
matchmaking here.
forming.
Oh, yeah. All here for it.
Okay, my honorable mention for fictional table, going with my teach me about magic, please, is Obi-Wan Kenobi. Another school of magic I can be taught about. And he also would fit in with everyone and have a nice conversation.
Okay.
Because anybody else in the Star Wars universe, I don't want to be known. Except for maybe Qui-Gon Jinn. Everyone else, I'm like, no, you're too much. You're too much.
All right. Is that all you got?
I can probably add more, but that's all I have for right now.
Okay.
So I had an original list that did have honorable mentions written down, but this was just what I could remember. I at one point did have number 5 from Codename Kids Next Door on here.
I love number 5.
Yes. I really like 3 and 4's dynamic, but her by herself, she doesn't need the rest of them. She
Yes.
should have been the leader.
Number 5 is my favorite.
Typically, I'm
Also,
wrong.
like number 2.
Yeah,
Call me crazy.
he's a great second in
He's
command.
good. He's
And he's
good.
good at what he
glue.
does.
He's nice to everybody,
Mhm.
which is what we struggle with. Nice with number 3 and 5 and 1. All struggle with being nice.
That's true.
2 and 4 are nice. 4 is a very specific brand of nice. 2 is just nice to everything.
I get 3 and 4.
I get 3 and 4 mixed up too. The boy is me.
the girl.
Is the girl.
And then
My
number
bad.
4 is the Australian boy.
Okay,
Yeah.
well the boy is mean,
Yes, he is.
and the girl is nice, but she's like cutie pie nice, which is only some people's brand of nice. But
Yeah.
he's nice to everybody. That's what I like
That's
too.
true.
I like 2 and 5 the best.
Yeah.
I have 4 honorable mentions.
4 honorable mentions. Okay.
Yes. We'll start with what I think is the safest, which would be Iroh.
Okay, Uncle Iroh, yes.
Uncle Iroh.
Uncle Iroh could vibe with anybody.
I think
He would vibe with Horace Slughorn a lot.
I thought that he and Mary Sanderson and Miss Darbus was too much.
That's a lot.
It's a lot. Sorry, Iroh. Then we go to Artemis from Greek mythology.
Mm-hmm.
See, he tried to get me to invite Athena, and I said, no, I want to talk, so we're going to invite Dionysus.
Yeah.
There you go.
But so I didn't think Artemis would
No,
talk very
I don't think
much.
she would vibe with Azrael.
She
that's
would
for
vibe with
sure.
Azrael.
They'd be besties.
Yeah. And so bye Artemis, sorry. Then Ursula, if you know me, of course.
Yeah.
That's a lot with Miss Darbus.
A
And
lot with
Mary
Miss Darbus.
Sanderson. Yeah.
And yeah, it's a lot. And then my last one was Count Dooku.
Count Dooku.
Yes.
Why Count Dooku?
First of all, he has the breeding. He's very proper.
All right, you want a bougie party.
It'd be a bougie party. He would definitely bring something. He would dress nice. He's also played by Christopher Lee. Hint to table number 1. And I feel like it'd be good. I feel like it'd be fun.
Mm-hmm.
He definitely would be dramatic stories, but he and Slughorn would fight.
So we had the conversation about how I want everyone at my table to teach me things except for Rhett Butler, who I just think would vibe with everybody.
Mm.
And so Rhett said that I should invite Agatha Harkness, and I said that's too much chaos. But I don't think I could invite anybody from that universe to learn about their witchcraft without chaos, except for maybe Patti LuPone's character from the newest.
Patti LuPone.
And then
From what?
from
Agatha All Along.
/ WandaVision.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't.
Yeah. And then I
You'll
need
like
someone.
that character.
Yeah, Agatha Harkness is awesome.
Oh, I was talking about
Oh, also
Lily
Patti LuPone's
Calderon.
character. Yeah. And then I need someone from the Avatar universe too,
Mhm.
but I don't know if anybody would vibe except for maybe Uncle Iroh. So
I considered Kyoshi as well.
be a lot.
It's a lot.
But she'd be a very stern person to have at your party.
She
Yeah.
would like kill people.
Not that many.
Oh, I thought about some of the characters from Avatar, and Sokka came to mind because I think
He would fit. He would have
He'd
fun at
go.
your party.
I thought about Boomy. I thought Boomy and
I think Toph would have fun at your party too.
That Boomy and
Yeah.
Slughorn have a good time. Quit laughing at me, Brett.
I feel like Toph and Marceline could
They
get
would be
into some
besties.
You got a problem
yeah.
with King Boomy?
I think King Boomy would be the weirdest person to invite to a party, but that's just me.
That would be your wild card pick.
For sure.
Oh yeah,
He throws dinner parties.
he does.
He might encase his guest in crystal candy, but he still throws them.
And it was a fun, entertaining time.
It was-
there were games.
There were games. He has pets. He is a wealth of knowledge.
He's so
He keeps
weird.
you on your
He's
toes.
weird. You never would know where the night would take you.
Mm-mm. Sometimes you
He's
kind of
got
want to
the-
know where the night's
He's
gonna
got
take.
the connections. He's a king.
It's full of wisdom. That one.
It's full of wisdom.
Full of stuff.
So I thought our tables had a very wide range of peoples.
Yeah, nobody had a character except Count Dooku.
And
Where
Count
we were
Dooku
like,
is
why would you do
completely-
that?
That's
yeah,
why
in the middle.
he was in the honorable mentions list. Okay,
Yeah.
he didn't make the final cut.
You did cut. You did cut.
I did cut it.
But I think that we all.
Can I tell you who was? It was almost instead of Count Dooku,
Oh,
Yes.
gosh.
Emperor Palpatine.
Why?
God, Hayden.
Why? Why,
I
do-
like
why
him.
must they be on the dark side?
First of all, the dark side's cool. Okay,
No.
The dark side's not cool. Don't listen, children.
Okay, their stuff they do is not cool, but
You know, their whole methodology and everything about them kind of sucks, but
they all.
They're powerful.
I'm here for the vibes.
Yes.
Are you telling me that Darth Maul doesn't have like the best vibes?
that man is terrifying.
Like, what do you mean? Like, you think he's like attractive? Yes, but beyond that, no. I don't want to like snuggle or like talk to Darth Maul. I'm sorry.
we're judging you on that
I'm
one.
being bullied. I like the dark side. I'm sorry. They're all cool characters.
They are cool. You're
So
allowed
that's
to like.
fine.
You're allowed to like OP characters, but you don't need to invite them to Thanksgiving.
And be like, I think that we could have a good conversation.
I'm sitting here.
Yes, man.
I'm sitting here telling you this when I invited Count Dracula to my Thanksgiving.
Who is based on Vlad the Impaler.
Oh my gosh.
So funny.
I will say, the only people I've ever heard be like, I choose dark side over light side have been men.
Boys,
I'm not gonna say I would choose dark side.
You said dark side's cool.
It's cool.
it's cool. That doesn't mean
I
they're
like
just
the vibe.
lulled by the sirens.
I like the red sabers. I love their costumes.
The dark side is canonically more powerful.
Yes. Now, would I be a okay? Yeah, I probably would be a dark
You
side.
would be a villain.
I would, to be
Someone
honest,
would
if
make-
I lived in the Star Wars universe, I probably wouldn't even be force sensitive. So I'd be over here
enough.
kicking it like
Be a
hot
bounty
solo.
hunter.
Huh?
Be a bounty hunter. Oh, you'd run a bar.
Do what you
Yeah.
gotta do.
You'd run a cantina.
Yeah.
Do what you gotta
You'd
do.
be like Lupita Nyong'o's character.
Yeah. If I'm going to be involved, I wouldn't even be involved. I would just be there.
I have no idea where I would be.
Be a nerve herder.
I start thinking about it too hard, where it's like, if you grow up in that environment, who's to say if how you would align? There's no telling.
But yeah, the dark side is canonically more powerful, so it does make the characters OP and interesting. You're not wrong. However, would I invite them to Thanksgiving? No.
I didn't invite them. I just considered inviting them.
You
Okay.
had two
You invited an onion, okay?
You did. Yeah.
chaotic neutral. You
He
didn't do
is.
bad things.
He is chaotic. He does do bad things.
What bad thing? What real
He's
bad
like the
thing?
type of he's like Elf on the Shelf mischievous in that, like, if you woke up and your shoes weren't there, you'd be like, onion.
Count
Super
Dooku
harmful.
used to be a Jedi. Maybe he gets to find love. Maybe if he found Miss Darvis, he could be happy again.
Count
I don't know.
Dooku and Miss Darvis would rule the galaxy.
They rule the galaxy.
Oh, gosh.
Who needs Emperor Palpatine when you got Miss Darvis?
That's true.
A theater
Wrinkly
teacher
old man.
and a powerful Sith.
I'm here for it.
I'm here for it. Fanfic writers.
Write the fanfiction.
We need this, please.
Miss
could
Darvis
fix him.
ex Count Dooku. She could fix him. Or could he corrupt her? I don't know. Write me.
What are those two doing in a drink?
I don't know. She's pretty powerful.
Write me a fanfiction. So yeah, Thanksgiving. Hope yours went great. And hope you enjoy our tables. If you want to leave your tables down below,
We would love to hear.
I would love to hear it.
And I'd also like to be vindicated for almost inviting Count Dooku.
Yeah, if you agree
Don't do
that
it.
Hayden should invite Count Dooku, you should be on a list.
He can swing by for dessert.
We're dropping you
what?
down.
He can swing by for dessert.
He's
not the whole
he's not a
party.
dessert guy. Like he's the type of guy that it's like, hey, do you want to get some dessert? And he's like, I have some fruit in the fridge.
Random fun fact: if you play Battlefront 2, there is a skin for Count Dooku that's him in silk pajamas,
Oh,
Wow.
like embroidered monogrammed silk pajamas.
That's the
That's
version
just-
of him that you're inviting to this
that's
party.
just Christopher Lee.
Like Christopher
What's
Lee's like, you know
acting?
what?
He
I
just
need
showed
my
up
character to
at-
wear pajamas
Mhm.
with embroidery.
Yes. To be fair, I think 3 of the people at my table could and would show up in silk pajamas.
Oh yeah.
Dracula, Dionysus, and Rhett Butler would all show up in silk pajamas if I asked.
Oh yeah.
Lupin wouldn't have any, and Mary Poppins
My
wouldn't wear
entire
anything
life,
but her outfit.
if I told my live table to show up in costume, they all would.
Mine would too. Mine would go all out, all of them.
I think they would too. I think they would.
There'd be a weird
I wanna
array
see.
of costumes.
I don't think anybody had any big surprises for me. Like all of our vibes were
They fit.
accurately portrayed in our tables.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's any like out of left field answers.
And I can tell that we all endeavored to invite people that were interesting and would like each other versus just people that we thought were hot, which was a problem because, you talked about celebrities and everyone's like, oh, I have a crush on this celebrity, but it's like,
They're boring
did
as
not-
hell.
yeah.
I did
They're
not.
super
We,
boring.
most of us didn't. Did anybody invite crush celebrities? I had one.
Yeah.
I
have
invited
one.
Dick Van Dyke and Rhett Butler as one of my fictional
I
characters.
did consider bringing Angie Harmon, which was one of my childhood crushes.
Who is Angie Harmon?
Do you watch Rizzoli and Isles?
Yes.
The deep voiced one.
Yes, I get it.
Nice.
I get
Yeah. It should be on Law and Order, and I was like, ooh, her.
it. Yes.
I do like Joseph Talbot. He's beautiful. He's got a deep voice, and he read a bedtime story that I watch a lot.
That I watch a lot.
Oh, a lot. A lot. It was like a BBC special, and he's done it twice now, where it's just him reading a little kid's story. And they've got like this lulling music behind it, and his like deep voice reading this like loving little story. I like it.
I feel like several times this past week, I went to sleep watching his compilations of Jinx Monsoon on Drag Race.
I get it.
You're just letting them.
I fall asleep watching Jenna Marbles videos a lot.
I hope she's well.
Me too.
Hope she's doing well.
We miss you.
Yeah. Don't come back. It's probably better.
Yeah. I hope you're living a nice, healthy life.
Yeah.
But I miss you.
We'll never forget you.
And as per Frenchie Fart tradition, we're going to pick our favorite game played on the channel this month. Which video do I like the most? Probably Little Nightmares 2, just because I think it's really funny. Amelia is one of the funniest people on the planet.
I agree. That was a funny video.
But if for replayability, the Blockbuster game is one of my favorite games ever. So
Yeah, I would pick that exact same one.
the same one. The
Yeah.
video is Little Nightmares 2, and the game.
I watched the Stella video too. That was fun.
It's fun. It's a fun. So Stella is a fun game.
Yeah.
So
I'd like to play that one.
Relaxed.
Mhm.
It was fun. Watching Kayla get stressed out. What's too many cards? That was fun.
No, I picked 8 this time. Oh, I did too. Oh no, that was
I was kidding.
yeah.
That was a joke.
So is that one of your favorite game that we played on the channel this month?
I think so. It's the only one that I was a part of, and I'm sorry guys, I haven't watched that many videos. I've been real busy.
It's okay.
Y'all been talking about the video game one, so I really want to go back and watch and get caught up.
Mm-hmm.
Lord of the Nerds Avatar was fun too. I felt vindicated. Yeah,
Okay.
so happy to be here, guys.
Thank you so much to thank you so. Oh my God.
Thank you so much for listening to the Frenchie Parts podcast.
If you liked, please subscribe. Watch the other channel.
And if you're Kathy Bates, hey,
Hey girl.
I'm gonna try again. If you liked, please subscribe and watch the other videos on the channel. There are 2 other podcast episodes out already, and several videos if you like gaming. So yeah, go ahead and watch, and please leave your Thanksgiving tables. We would love to read them. Remember, that's 5 alive celebrities, 5 dead celebrities, and 5 fictional characters.
Mhm. Or 5 people that you would plan a heist with.
Ooh, that's fun.
All right, signing off.
All right. Thank you so much for listening. This has been Frenchie Farts on The Way We Roll.
ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba.